Good evening, and welcome to the Cherry Hill West Weekly Report. I'm Michael Farley.
And I'm Sharon Rosenfeld, and here's the news. Students from the French and Spanish Club left for Spain and France this past Sunday. They will be spending 2 weeks going to school and touring the country.
Hi, my name is Andy Weinberg, and I'm here live at Cherry Hill West as the East-West students are about to depart for Spain and France. With me is Mrs. Spieler, the head of the Foreign Language Department at Cherry Hill West. Mrs. Spieler, this is probably one of your highlights of the year, isn't it?
Certainly is. It's the third trip that we have to France, and it's our first trip to Spain.
In France, you're going to France, right? In what cities are you going to be visiting?
We stay in Salon de Provence, which is in southern France, right near Marseille, and we're there for about 10 days, and then we spend 3 days in Paris, touring Paris, visiting the historic sites of the city.
What is it that you hope to get out of the trip for the kids?
For the students, it's a cultural and linguistic experience. They learn about the French culture by living the culture. They are with families. They see life as a French teenager lives life in France. It's a linguistic experience because they're there to improve their French, which they always do. They improve their speaking skills as well as their comprehension. Many of them come home and say it's made a remarkable difference.
Theater Workshop's production, The Diary of Anne Frank, will be performed on November 18th, 19th, and 20th at 8 p.m. in the auditorium. The tickets are $3 each. On Thursday, November 18th, there will be faculty and student discount night. The price for this night will be $2 per ticket. Cherry Hill West will be sponsoring a concert featuring Robert Hazard on December 4th. Tickets will soon be on sale.
In sports, the cross-country team had a meet Thursday, November 4th, with Camden High School and Bishop Eustace. They were triumphant over Camden, but fell short to Bishop Eustace. Bill Madara had a fine run, finishing second. Senior Greg Farnham was close behind. This was the team's final dual meet and brought their record to 12 wins, 4 losses. West Field Hockey Team also had a successful week as they entered the state tournament. On Tuesday, November 2nd, the girls blanked Toms River East 1-0. This win advanced them into the second round of tournament play against Millville. Because Millville was ranked second in South Jersey, West was not expected to win. However, the girls played an excellent game, and after 10 minutes of overtime, went against Millville in a one-on-one flick-off with the goalie. Sue Bard and Diane Machini shot 2 balls past Millville's goalie to win the game. The girls will play Shawnee in the semifinals of the tournament. Soccer action this week was also impressive as the team won co-conference champs and won their first rounds at the coaches tournament Saturday. West is ranked 3rd in South Jersey. On Wednesday, November 3rd, the team tied the Olympic Conference by beating Gloucester Catholic 5-0. Alan Diskin, the 7th highest scorer in South Jersey, shot in his 19th goal of the year. On Saturday, West shut out Collingswood in tournament play. Junior Derek Reardon kicked in the winning goal with an assist from Steve Brownell. Kevin Borner recorded his 14th shutout. This one brought the team's record to 7 wins, 1 loss, and a tie. Today, as our guest speaker, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the captain of our soccer team, Alan Diskin. Alan, in your opinion, what is the key to the soccer team's success this year?
Well, Mike, we have a first-year coach this year, Dr. Ira Kozlov, and being that we haven't had, well, this year we don't have the most skillful team that we've had in the past, you can really point to him as being like a stabilizing kind of factor. He's really worked as hard in practice and motivated us, and he has a history of it. He was our JV coach for a number of years in the mid-'70s, and he's got a great record. Also, we have a new assistant coach, George Ray, who's been with us like out of school, and he's a great guy too. Also, I think we've had a super defense. We have 14 shutouts on the year, and Kevin Bordner, our goalie, is, I think, one of the top 3 or 4 in South Jersey. And Steve Brownell, our sweeper back, is all Group 4 last year. He kept us in, I don't know how many ball games. He's probably the most consistent player on the team. Scott Canner, who really hasn't gotten any recognition whatsoever, takes the other team's center forward out of the game every game we play.
So then, what could you say would be the most single factor that's contributed to the success on your team?
Well, I think definitely the defense. We're I'd say definitely more a defensive team.
Can you comment on the upcoming games coming up, let's say tomorrow or in the future? What's coming up next for the soccer team?
Okay, well, tomorrow we play Millville in the second round of the South Jersey Coaches Association tournament. And they're a very tough team. Right now we're ranked 4th in South Jersey. They're ranked 3rd. And they just came off a 6-0 win over Eastern. We only beat 1-0. And if we win that, we play Saturday. Then Thursday, we have our opening game in the state tournament against Willingbow. And they're also very tough.
One last question, Alan. As a senior, you're going to be going on to college next year, and what's in your future for you? Is soccer still going to be a part of your life after high school?
Well, I guess I have thought about it. I'll definitely play in college, and it'll be a big part of my decision about where I want to go. But I don't know how realistic it is to think about beyond college. I'll definitely want to be playing, but I don't know how seriously. I'll definitely play, and I'd like to work with kids playing, but I'm not, convinced that I'll be a professional or anything like that.
Okay, Alan, thank you very much for coming down.
The Purple Heart Award is sponsored by the Class of '83. It is given to someone for an outstanding achievement. This week's Purple Heart goes to Dennis McCooley, who is chief custodian, because he is there when we need him. School will be closed tomorrow and Friday on November 11th and 12th because of NJEA Teachers Convention in Atlantic City. Please stay tuned following the news for the East-West Girls Gymnastics Meet. One final program note. Channel U34 will carry the East-West Thanksgiving football game on a delayed basis, so stay tuned for further details.
Thank you for watching the West Weekly Report. Please join us again next week at this time. Good night.
Good night.
Hi, I'm Justine Trinidad, the Newsreel Magazine movie critic. Look for my movie review feature along with all the other exciting features on Newsreel Magazine. It has its season premiere November 17th.
Hello, this is Steve Alstein with Lynn Winter for this week's East Update for November 10th, 1982. As you may already know, East Winter musical play is Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. The unforgettable role of Ebenezer Scrooge will be played by Kurt Gilman and Paul Daniels, since the play is a double cast. The rest of the cast includes hundreds. The first running of the play will be on December 2nd, then 3rd, then 4th, then the 5th. The play's director, Mr. Nation, believes that this play will be the best one East has ever had. So why don't you spend a night with East and see A Christmas Carol? East is recognizing Thursday, November 18th as Smokeout Day. Be sure to follow Larry Hagman's suggestion. Join us in fighting this habit. It is a killer.
Hi, this is Larry Hagman, and I want you to snap out of it during the Great American Smokeout. That's November 18th, when the American Cancer Society asks every cigarette smoker to quit for 24 hours. And to make it easier, they'll give you a Larry Hagman special stop smoking, wrist-snapping red rubber band. You wear it on your wrist, and every time you want a cigarette, you just snap your rubber band instead. Remember, smokers, on November 18th, you're going to snap out of it with the Larry Hagman special stop smoking, wrist-snapping red rubber band.
On Sunday, November 7th at 2:30, our Spanish exchange students left Cherry Hill West for Spain. The students will spend 2 weeks with an exchange student in Madrid and visit the major Spanish cities in that area. The students of Cherry Hill East were given an opportunity to have a pen pal from Spain. The exchange students left with letters to be personally delivered to students in Madrid who will set up correspondence with those who sent letters from our school.
You're going to Spain, and I'm sure you're really excited right now.
Yes, I am. I've already met the people who I'm going to be staying with, so I can't wait to see them again and learn a little bit more.
Is there anything specifically that you're looking forward to? You're probably going to be able to speak Spanish a lot better when you get back.
Hopefully. I'm looking forward to seeing another country and the beautiful sights that I've already heard about, and meeting my host family.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, the bus has just started to move, and they are off. They are leaving. Let's hope they all have a great time abroad, and hope it's a very educational trip. This is Andy Weinberg here live at Cherry Hill West, the departure of the East-West students to France and Spain. Thank you, and good afternoon.
Plans for the FLP Christmas party to be held here at Cherry Hill East are now underway. All are encouraged to participate in this event. Listen to the morning announcements for the dates of upcoming organizational meetings. Anyone with questions or ideas, please see Mr. Belcherkoff in the Student Congress office. The freshmen have now found their footing at East. Advised by Ms. Cheryl Beeler, they look forward to an active year. Lisa Katz spoke with the new officers.
I'm here with the newly elected freshman class officers. President Warren Mollican, Vice President Jenny Mitchell, Secretary Susan Cornell, and Treasurer Elisa Jacobson. Warren, what are your goals for the freshman class?
Well, our first and main goal is to unite all the kids who come from different junior high schools into one class, the freshman class of 1986. Another goal is to do good in homecoming. We have a really good class and a lot of spirit. We did pretty good in Spirit Week without any preparation, and I think we can win homecoming. There's really nothing else, just raising money and getting a good class.
Jenny, what activities do you plan to have to get the freshman class together?
We are planning on having a class trip to get everybody more involved. And we're going to have after-school activities to have everybody stay after and get to know each other better.
Susan, what are some of your ideas as secretary for homecoming?
Well, the theme for the floats are musicals, and we're doing Grease, and we have to get, like, all different kinds of people to get different props to put on the float, and we just have different ideas for things we're going to put on the float.
Thank you. Alicia, what are some fundraisers you plan to have to help you in your money situation?
We plan to have maybe a bake sale, with various types of foods, and we'll have everybody make something, sell it, something, get everybody together, and maybe a car wash. We don't really know yet.
We welcome the freshmen to East this year, and we hope to have a really good year. This has been Lisa Cass reporting.
Now for the sports. The cross-country runners had an outstanding day at the conference championship on Thursday. Bill Stewart won in record time, 15 minutes, 40 seconds. Bob Scowcroft received a medal for 10th place, Lori Watson for 2nd place. Jennifer Rainey came home with the 9th place medal. Nice going, girls. Keep it up. In the South Jersey sectional cross-country meet Saturday at Camden County College, the girls' team placed 5th and qualified for the state meet next Saturday. Lori Watson was 3rd, followed by Sarah Goldberg, Jennifer Rainey, Kathy McCarthy, Mickey Clayton, Ruth Elson, and Steve Newman. Congratulations to the first girls' team ever to qualify for the state meet. The boys were 3rd, behind Brick, Toms River, North. Bill Stewart was 3rd, followed by Bob Scowcroft, Eric Schwartz, Jim Williams, Rick Bean, Pete Hazel, and Mark Bacall. Saturday, the runners traveled to Hamdel for the state championship.
Congratulations to the Cherry Hill High School East girls tennis team for winning the state Group 4 championship on Wednesday, November 3rd. The girls had an excellent season led by Patty Shore, who went undefeated during the season, Karen Blumberg, Amelia Ferralis, Lisa Barbarito, Roma Vasa, and Tricia Udicious. On Saturday, November 6th, the girls played in the NJSAA state semifinal. The girls' freshman field hockey team defeated Triton on Monday by a score of 4-1. Their final record is 12-3-2. Congratulations to the entire team. Freshman cheerleading physicals were given yesterday at 2:30 in the nurse's office. Tryouts were held today after school in the dance gym.
The varsity football team was unfortunately defeated November 6th at a night game in Willingboro. The score was 20-12. Willingboro scored the final touchdown with a smart play at the end of the fourth quarter. However, the Cougars did make an impressive show, scoring 2 touchdowns and at one point almost coming to a close victory. East's varsity ice hockey team evened its season record at 101 by defeating Archbishop Wood High School 5-3. Heading the Cougars' attack was Danny Bach with 2 goals and 1 assist. Other goals were scored by Class Primus, Andy Down, and Bob Beck. Ed Hoffman played an outstanding goalie and gave part to the defense. Nice going. The second session of Racquetball Intramurals will begin on November 15th. All levels of play, from beginner through advanced, are invited to join. A racquetball tournament for Cherry Hill East students will be held at the Water Tower on Crescent Road on December 11th and 12th. Anyone interested in either intramurals or the tournament should see Mr. Shepard.
On Wednesday, November 3rd, the Cherry Hill East boys varsity soccer team was defeated by Willingboro by a score of 2-0. The JV also lost by a score of 1-0 to Cinnaminson. This was the JV's first loss of the season, giving them a final record of 14-1. The freshmen were defeated by Sterling in a heartbreaking loss. They were beaten 1-0 in the fourth quarter on a penalty kick. On Friday, November 5th, the boys varsity soccer team defeated Deptford at Franklin Field 2-0. The freshmen lost 3-2. The Cherry Hill High School East girls gymnastics team beat the girls from West 94.8 to 75.2 on Friday, November 5th at West in their final season meet. The team had an all-senior lineup. Cindy Denker placed first in vaulting, uneven bars, balance beam, and floor exercise. Captain Cindy Chiolo placed second on the uneven bars and the balance beam, and third in vaulting and floor exercises. Maria Gonzalez helped East to its victory with 2 second places. Megan Elstob, co-captain Jill Goldstein, Patty Pascasello, Kathy Ahorn, and Amy Kansler performed well also. For Steve Edelstein and me, Linda Winter, I want to thank you for joining us tonight on East Update.